Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel, I hope. Everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Julie Chrisley reveals she hung up on Savannah when pardoned. Julie Chrisley reveals that she hung up on Savannah Chrisley when she was told that she was being pardoned. Grayson, Savannah, Todd, and Julie recently did an interview with Donald Trump's daughter-in-law. During this, Julie and Todd revealed their first feelings and responses when they heard they were getting pardoned. There is a lot to unfold and uncover when it comes to this. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Chrisleys get pardoned by Donald Trump. Todd and Julie were in federal prison for tax evasion and fraud, as most know. However, they were pardoned and allowed to go home and have their records be clean. Todd and Julie had not seen each other in 2.5 years. So when they arrived at home, this was the first time they had seen each other in that time frame. They also got to be with their children again, which was the most important thing to them. Since their release, they have been trying to make up for lost time. Fans love seeing how they are living their lives now that they have changed drastically. Julie Chrisley reveals she hung up on Savannah. Julie Chrisley has revealed that when Savannah Chrisley called to tell her she was pardoned, she hung up on her. When she first got the call, she just burst into tears. However, Savannah was quick to add that Julie hung up on her. Julie then confirmed what Savannah had said and let everyone know that she was so nervous she did not know what to do and ended up hanging up the phone. Fans thought this was funny as the family was laughing it off. Todd also revealed that he did not believe it until an officer came to confirm it for him. It seems as though Julie was so nervous that she accidentally hung up on Savannah when she called to tell her. Usually, people get bad news while in prison. However, Todd and Julie got some of the best news possible. Todd was in disbelief when he was told. He did not believe it until an officer came to confirm it. Fans are glad that the Chrisleys are back home with their friends and family. Julie Chrisley never imagined the moment she got the call would be so anticlimactic. "I hung up on her," she admitted, eyes wide with a mix of disbelief and amusement. Poor Savannah was screaming into the phone, and I thought she was pulling one of her pranks again. Freshly pardoned and freshly confused, Julie sat down with a mug of prison-grade coffee, her last, she hoped, to finally tell the world the real story behind her abrupt reaction to the news of her presidential pardon. The call came in just after sunrise at the Kentucky Federal Medical Center. Julie had been sitting cross-legged on her bunk, reading a worn paperback copy of The Secret Garden, a book she'd rediscovered during her time inside. The quiet hum of morning routines filled the unit, a shuffle of slippers, the low buzz of gossip, the occasional cough. Then her name was called. Chrisley. Phone. That alone was odd. She only received 1 or 2 scheduled calls a week, mainly from Savannah, sometimes from Chase. But the voice on the other end wasn't calm or composed. "Mama, you're out, It's over. You and Daddy are free." Julie blinked. "Savannah?" she asked, groggy and guarded. "What are you talking about?" "You've been pardoned. President just signed it, both of y'all." Julie's heart pounded so fast she could barely hear her daughter's next words. "Okay," she muttered. "Okay, very funny, Savannah. I've got laundry today. Let's not do this." And she hung up. Yes, she hung up. She didn't just dismiss the biggest news of her life, she rejected it outright. Walked away from the phone and went back to folding socks like it was any other day. Back in the present, Julie let out a laugh that sounded part sigh, part shock. "It wasn't until the warden came down personally that I believed it, and even then, I thought I was being punked. It took another 2 hours, an official letter, and a flurry of paperwork before reality settled in. Clean by presidential pardon, one that stirred controversy across the nation. But in that moment, politics didn't matter to Julie. All she could think about was how her belief in second chances had somehow, against all odds, come to life. And she owed Savannah an apology. The moment she was handed a civilian phone, Julie dialed. Her voice cracked. Savvy? The voice on the other end didn't hold back. Did you really hang up on me? Julie wiped away a tear. I thought you were being dramatic again. Savannah laughed through her sniffles. You didn't even say goodbye. I was crying, screaming, almost crashed the car. And you just click? Julie chuckled softly. You know me. I don't do hysterics, not even for miracles. Later that day, as she stepped into the sunlight without shackles for the first time in over a year, Julie was greeted by more than just cameras and press. Savannah was there, bouquet in hand, eyes red and makeup smudged. Still think I was being dramatic? She asked. Julie opened her arms and pulled her daughter into a hug so tight that neither one wanted to let go. I guess I owe you more than an apology, Julie whispered. I owe you the rest of my life. Back at home, the transition was surreal. The marble countertops of their Nashville home looked untouched, like time had been paused. But Julie knew better. Time had changed. Them, the family, everything. Todd, too, had been released. Though the two had been apart in prison, they'd shared a common journey of survival and faith. Now, facing each other over breakfast again, they weren't the same couple who had gone in. We've been given a second chance, Todd said that night, sitting across from Julie in their kitchen. Yes, she agreed, folding her hands. But what we do with it, that's what matters now. Julie's candid interview on a network morning show aired just a week after her release. The segment was emotional, but also surprisingly funny. So, walk us through the moment, the host asked. You hung up on your daughter. Julie smiled coyly. In my defense, she's called me for pretending to be a news reporter. Laughter rippled through the studio. I genuinely didn't believe it. I mean, who gets pardoned like that? Who gets a second chance after all that happened? And how do you feel now? Julie's face turned serious. Grateful. Humbled. And a little embarrassed that my first reaction was to hang up the phone. The incident became a viral sensation. TikToks reenacting the moment. Memes of Savannah yelling into the void. Julie became a reluctant internet icon. A symbol of surprise, skepticism, and redemption. But behind the humor was something deeper. Julie Chrisley had learned what it meant to lose everything, and to claw her way back to the surface not by screaming, but by enduring. Her strength was quiet. Her faith was steady. And her love for her family, no matter how messy or dramatic, had remained unshaken. And now she answers every call. Even if it's just Savannah doing her best news anchor impersonation. Breaking news, Mama. Savannah teased one morning. You forgot to order oat milk again. Julie laughed and didn't hang up. Not this time. Not ever again.